That should come in handy.
It's going to blow! I'll try to contain it, but I can't do it alone! It's happening! Look out! I can't hold this for long! The
day will be
eruption
ours.
is causing a chain reaction! I need you to hold back these infernal monsters while I seal the fissures! Don't let them reach the vents!
To arms!
your strength. Quell this earth! Great work, my friend. Now, let me seal this! It's too much! I can't hold it!
Trouble.
The evil has broken through! Kill the monster, or all hope is lost!
Now you're just showing off.
Well done! Now's our chance! I have sealed the fissure for good! Great work. But questions still remain. I shall return to my order and report all that has happened. Until we meet again.
This is a great area for harvesting. That's it. Right here, partner. What do you think you'll make with that?
I heard the daughter is so distraught she's refusing to leave her rooms. So exciting.
Scandalous. No doubt Isabel is beside herself. Poor girls.
These souls are weak. Party stuck for battle.
Uninvited guests in my home. Please forgive my hospitality. I have not entertained in centuries.
Kill them! I thought I heard a bit of a scuffle up here.
Honestly, I'm surprised to see you again. I thought the guard dog would make the same clear.
You shouldn't. No need to fear the ESO. What is this? Damn it, Talfig! What have you done?
Your blood flows strong, Gwendis. My lady has need of you, but she has no use for others.
No! You won't get away so easily! You can handle this. I refuse to let him win. Away. You moved so fast. Just caught me by surprise.
subjects.
Torch it!
Such power. Perhaps I should not let my pets tear you limb from limb. Lateral can take your soul instead.
Gods above! What vile evil is this? I think I know what...
Bring on the blood.
Circle around!
Look! Tremble before the power you might have wielded.
Well, this explains some things. What have you become, Talbig? There's no running away this time, monster!
Rise and feast! The power of my blood brings you life! Ashes! Watch silently no longer! Take flight and attack!
glad to be rid of that worm. He deserved worse. The cathedral isn't too far ahead. Lady Thorne should be inside.
Drag them to the pit below. From the sides!
For the pets.
You found what remains of the prisoners. Such brutality. Wait. Look at all these documents. There's information here about Lady
Absolute
Thorne and
gall!
I need
Little people coming into my home and destroying my creations! You will pay.
Your struggle gets tastier by the second. Enough playtime. I thirst for blood. There is no escape. Enjoy playing with a meal. Now witness the fury of blood. Step into my domain. Feast on your terror! I hunger for more. Embrace the pain. You cannot run. Let loose your blood. Every cut, the power in your veins fills the air. Release the power within your blood. Let the feast begin. My lord will hear of this.
It's over. The ancient clan of Lady Thorn is no more. Good riddance. I need to speak with you about what I found in those documents.
I'm ready to face anything. Let's keep our eyes open for a tavern where we can spend that. This is a great area for harvesting.
I heard the daughter is so distraught, she's refusing to leave her rooms.
What is it?
So exciting.
Scandalous. No doubt Isabel is beside herself. Poor girls.
the trail. That should come in handy.
Although Bretons predominate in these islands, you'll find all sorts of other folk. Just keep your eyes open. While I have you here, anything to sell? Or would you prefer to buy?
That should come in handy.
Fight? Good.
Our path is the righteous one.
Oblivion take you!
Let's ride. Attack! Sheath your weapons. The battle is won. Right behind you, partner. What do you think you'll make with that? This is a great area for harvesting. What do you think you'll make with that? No remorse! That's over with, I suppose. This is a great area for harvesting. Let's ride. The day is ours! They made their choices. So be it. Taste our steel! Nice haul. I'm not afraid of you. Come and take us! That should come in handy. Right behind you, partner. That's the last of them. That should come in handy. This is a great area for harvesting.
I can't believe what I saw with my own eyes. A talking skull. It can't be.
I like places where things have happened, even if they were sad things.
think you'll make with that?
This will keep
Let's
you
hit
out
the
of
trail.
Emonara's fur until she gets the...
Tide swallow her. Traveler, may I ask a favor?
Let's hit the trail.
This will keep you out of Emonara's fur until she gets the shield.
That should come in handy.
This will keep you out of Emonara.
Tide swallow her. Traveler, may I ask a favor?
This is a great area for harvesting.
You are not yourself, Narayaneth. Let me help you.
Do you louts think you're going to save my wife? She doesn't deserve to be saved.
We're going to open you up. Find some chains to hang your innards. Even if you defeat me, you won't get far. This place... Aid me! Leave those souls! Kill the intruders!
Blade or no, only the Whisperer commands
we have a chance at this. Let me take my students out of the Daedra's reach. Narayaneth will answer for this. He has to. I'll open the lock on the other side. The study is just a bit farther. This way. Whatever he keeps in here now, it's well guarded.
Out! The lot of you! You've no right to enter!
This is our bedroom. We used to store our adventuring relics here. It's wooden. Quite a defense for such a small room. There must be a way to open it. And these statues didn't used to be here. This is where I died. My husband's journal mentions a ritual that brought the Daedra, performed out in the rain. Only a few courtyards on the grounds, so let's seek them out. I can't stand
You're
to
a
look at
tenacious
any
lot.
longer.
If you insist, I'll be happy to feed you to the blade.
The Daedra have destroyed much of the school. Let's keep moving.
Hollandway returns to her suffering. No saying it.
There's no ritual site here. Let's keep moving.
These crypts will be your grave. I will ensure that. All that should concern you is that it counsels me. It convinced me of your betrayal, of the need for the students to pay for their insolence.
It is not persuaded.
On the contrary, this blade grants me a clarity I never had before.
the Daedra are coming through. And where Narayaneth is, we'll meet on the other... Narayaneth, cease this madness. My friends have defeated your horde. Lay down your blade.
You so love the sound of your own voice. Couldn't you see the blade wanted you here all along?
The blade? I can hear the whispers from it. By the divines, so many lives.
The blade hungers for you. The connection between us. And I give it gladly. You think that blade is yours to touch? It has a master, and he is me. My wife will do it. It's your turn. You'll never leave here alive. Try my patience.
You did it.
This looks ominous.
Victory is cruel. Defeat is worse.
Spirits of the earth, help repair these vents.
That was easy.
Great work! Keep it up! Ibra, lend me your strength! Quell this earth! Another vent sealed! Spirit of water, help us! Quench this land! You did it! Now, I'll close this fissure! It's too much! I can't hold it!
Prepare to die, villain!
It's up to you! Slay the beast!
For glory!
Well done! Now's our chance! I have sealed the fissure for good! Great work. But questions still remain. I shall return to my order and report all that has happened. Until we meet again.
Right behind you, partner.
To arms!
What do you think you'll make with that? Let's ride. That should come in handy. Attack!
You don't look like a salvager. Come to join up with those so-called knights who've been hanging around, did you? Bah! I'd rather go hungry than swear myself to the likes of them. Haven't seen anything sail by in the lock recently, and no new wreckage washed up today. But I've been keeping my head down. Those robber knights have been chasing off salvagers who won't promise to help them. They were recruiting, or at least offering the chance to earn a reward. They wanted people ready to haul in whatever came ashore. Several salvagers went with them. I wouldn't, though. What I find is mine. To a cave just down the beach. But I'd avoid it if I were you. Old Charbel nearly lost his head snooping around there. I don't know if they found what they were looking for, but I think they left a few knights behind to watch the shallows.
You've got a knack for stumbling across those things.
Lost another one. What could it be?
I can't believe you drank.
If you've not visited Gonfalon Bay yet, you should. It doesn't compare to Alanor or other towns from my home of Somerset, but it does well for a Breton settlement. Now, how may I help you today?
Those could have been gotten there in any number of ways.
Come on! Get out of there! This is a great area for harvesting.
Stop it! That's cruel and wasteful.
Oh, a traveler. I thought those vile knights had returned. Forgive me, I must continue praying for the return of our idol. Without it, this tower's light will remain dark. This lighthouse is special. It's blessed by Kinnereth, the god of winds and sea. No fire serves as a beacon for nearby ships, but the divine light of Kinnereth herself. But without the sacred idol, the light cannot shine. Alas, the idol was stolen. Knights in unmarked livery broke in and stole the Kinnereth idol. I watched the scoundrels flee to the west with the sacred edifice. Perhaps, dare I ask, would you be willing to recover the idol for the lighthouse so I may restore the beacon? They may wear the garb of knights, but the ruffians who assaulted me carry themselves like robbers and outlaws. Whoever they are, they're dangerous. Be wary of them, and may the wind guide you. Bless you, traveler. Please understand, to my order, this is more than just a lighthouse. This beacon spreads Kinnereth's blessing across both land and sea, but only with the idol in place, so it must be returned. It is marvelous, is it not? This is actually the second beacon to stand atop Gonfalon Head. It dates back to the early 1st century. When I assumed my duties here, the tower was in poor repair. Dangerous, even. When Duchess Alea Dufort assumed her father's duties a few years ago, she ordered a complete renovation of the structure. I'm sure she wanted to protect trade in Gonfalon Bay, but she spared no expense in rebuilding the lighthouse.
What do you think you'll make with that?
I'm not afraid of you.
You're planning to eat that, right?
I never tell the truth to those unworthy of it.
The day will be ours!
What do you think you'll make with that?
You return, and with the idol. Place it here, and I shall call forth its light. Mother Kinnereth, this traveler has set right the desecration of this holy place. Return to us your blessing, and let your light shine over the land and sea. I cannot thank you enough. With the idol returned and the light restored, we can ensure the safe passage of many a weary traveler. Is there any way a priest of humble means could repay you? A blessing, perhaps? Shortly after the lighthouse was pillaged, I spied 3 ships on the horizon. Then suddenly, the clouds darkened, and a terrible storm began to blow in. I lost sight of the ships after that. Perhaps they were simply blown off course? Aminos is notorious for its storms, but Kinnereth generally blesses High Isle with fair weather. I wonder, the way the storm swept in seemed unnatural, and it happened so soon after Kinnereth's idol was removed. The idol has little value outside the lighthouse. Its light does not shine in any other location. My order believes Kinnereth's light blesses High Isle. Why steal the idol unless the knights meant to revoke her protection? A troubling thought indeed.
This is a great area for harvesting. Courage brings victory.
Good. You found my field office. I thought I'd keep an eye on the lock while awaiting your report. My own investigations have turned up little about our missing ships. Tell me, did you uncover anything useful? Did the lighthouse keeper spot them? Darken the beacon? The locals revere that light. Who would dare offend Kinnereth in such a way? Something is indeed wrong here. At least our missing ships reached these waters, but this storm worries me. Tell me more about the rogue knights. The Ascendant Order, of course. I thought the rumors about rogue knights troubling folk outside of town had a familiar ring, but I'd hoped we'd seen the last of the Order at Sword's Rest. Tell me, did you learn anything at the Shallows? It seems the Ascendant Order knew the ships would be wrecked, and they helped make sure by extinguishing the lighthouse beacon. They knew my cargo was coming to High Isle. This means the Fighters Guild and Mages Guild delegates are in danger too. Ah, you caught that, did you? My missing cargo is more delegates for the conference. Perhaps the most important ones. But I need you to check on the guild delegates right now. They went to visit a druid named Ravana. Her hut lies to the west. Valencia, you know, she created the invitation medallions. As for Guild General Quentin, I only met him when he arrived. Seems to have a good head on his shoulders, but the war has cost him dearly. He lost his wife in a raid. Her name is Ravana. She's something of a local apothecary. She uses her skill with herbs and healing to help the folk of High Isle. With the conference delayed, Valencia was curious about druidic magic, so off she went. Quentin decided to tag along. To disrupt the peace talks? It would be a grand stage for the Ascendant Order's message. Or they might plan to strike at the delegations. Influential voices from all three alliances will be here soon. A tempting target. The Ascendant Champion's superior. When we defeated the champion at Sword's Rest Isle, we only defeated one of the Order's leaders. I've heard whispers about an Ascendant Lord, too. I can't imagine there are too many more of them after that.
Come on, just one more match. Give me a chance to win my gold back.
And what will you bet? That ridiculous nose ring? Find another racket, Bragas. Tribute ain't for you. How am I to capture the majesty of the Colossus on such a small canvas? I'm going to need a bigger easel.
Heard all that, eh? Guifa's a palms-up card sharp. One of the best tribute players in town. But like I always say, if you want to take the measure of a grot, you've got to climb. That nose ring jibe was unnecessary, right? I'll get her next time. Soren, right? She definitely has an eye for talent. Yes, I can tell you all about Tribute. It's a card game, a scavenger hunt. Zen's price, it's practically a religion for some folk. You want fame, gold, it's all there for the taking. Ah, fresh player. Excellent. First things first. You need to learn the rules of the game, and you'll need a couple of decks of Tribute cards, of course. Find Razamad in the Gonfalon Gaming Hall. Tell him Bragas sent you. He'll get you sorted. Razamad's the game baron here in Gonfalon Bay. You won't find a kinder or more knowledgeable player west of High Rock. Not that he'll go easy on you, mind. He expects the best from the players he trains. Trust me, I should know. Aye, that big building there. Used to be a House Mornard villa, believe it or not. House Dufort seized it during the transition of the duchy, but got tired of paying for the upkeep. The Duchess sold the place to Razamad about a year ago. Well, we drink in there too. People need a place to relax, chum. The ancient anchor's fine for sailors on shore leave, but people looking for a really good time always come here. Plus, it serves as our Tribute chapter seat. Yeah, a chapter is like a team of sorts. The Gonfalon chapter meets here. But we're wandering into the weeds a bit. Focus on the game first. We'll discuss the rest later. Ephraim's bones. An introduction would be nice, wouldn't it? Call me Bragas. Professional gambler and semi-professional everything else. Aside from sailor, of course, I hate the water. The better question would be, what made you leave Valenwood? The answer, my friend, is debt collectors. Vigorous ones. Once I save up enough, I might go back, but I'm in no hurry. When a stiff breeze comes through, the sisters are really beautiful. Oh, Guifa, just a lover spat. She loves making fun of my nose ring, and I love losing money to her, apparently. Match made in Aetherius. Usually, no. Most players are in it for the joy of competition, but you know what they say? If there's an uncertain outcome, someone's got gold on it. I play a lot of unsanctioned matches. Putting skin in the game keeps things fresh.
Careful. The flagstones get quite slick over the course of the day. It'd be unseemly to slip.
The rest of Tamriel can leave me be. I've got this soup and that's all I care about. You see enough battle and a warm, full belly becomes all the happiness in the world.
Bad enough to come to Cold Harbor, But to end up in the Tower of Lies, toiling away? Glad some of those people were saved.
Cards haven't been too friendly to me of late. Thought I'd take a break and clear my head. Maybe get some ale, too. Always play better when I've had a couple. Know what I mean?
Welcome to the Gonfalon Gaming Hall. We got drinks, food, and lots of good times. Especially if you order a lot of drinks. Funny how that works.
Greetings, my friend, and welcome to the Gonfalon Gaming Hall. Please, drink and make merry. We have many strong players gracing the hall today. Lots of action. Tales of Tribute is free to watch, but far more fun to play. Do you play, Wayfarer? Then you have come to the right place. Tales of Tribute is a game of stories, some fantastical, and others all too real. Two players share their tales with decks of cards. The game is elegant and easy to learn, but it takes great effort to master. First, you will need 2 decks. Each deck represents a different story, a different strategy. Your opponent brings 2 decks as well. Once you and your adversary combine your decks, the game can begin. A shared pool, you see, a level field of play. Make your way to the beginner's lounge and find my associate, Bragas. Tell him Razamad approved an initiation match. He will lend you a pair of decks and teach you the basics. Complete this trial and return to me for your reward. Dear Bragas often strays, but never for long. His coin rarely holds out. He must be back by now, safe within the confines of the gaming hall where he can be supervised. Do not worry, though. Bragas is a fine player. He will teach you well. Yes, of course. As Bragas no doubt told you, I am Razamad. I hold many roles and offices: Tribute Master, Game Baron, and Proprietor of this hall. I also lead our regional Roysters Club chapter, the Gonfalon chapter. Yes, the Roysters Club. It is a far-reaching organization that administrates all aspects of Tales of Tribute. They organize tournaments, publish new rules, sponsor chapters, and, most importantly, they manufacture the cards themselves. Anyone with a pair of Tribute decks, a Game Baron sponsorship, and a thirst for competition, yes, complete your training, and it will be my honor to welcome you into the club. Bragas, yes. He loves the game in his way. I wish he exercised more caution. He often forgets how much he has to lose. But he's a bright lad, full of youthful energy and hope. That is more than I can say about most people in this world.
Ha-ha! If it isn't my new old friend. Found the place easy enough, eh? Pull up a chair, have a drink. As long as you're buying, of course. I'm a little light in the purse at the moment. So you talked to Razamad yet? Oh, did he? Oh, I love it when we bring new players into the fold. Gets boring playing the same old salts day after day. We need new blood in here. Now, before we begin, you'll need these. 2 tribute decks you can borrow for educational purposes. You try to defeat me, of course. First to 40 prestige, or winning the favour of all the patrons, is the victor. Don't worry, chum. I'll explain that as we go along. And loosen up, eh? You'll do fine. I'll go easy on you. Right. The essence of the game is to buy cards to add to your play deck. Each of us will use our play deck to score prestige, until one of us gets enough prestige to win. Lots of cards, eh? The ones on your side of the table are yours. The ones on my side are mine. The cards in the middle are what we call the tavern. We each claim cards from the tavern to improve our play decks and earn enough prestige to win. You'll take the first turn. Let's both draw our starting hands. Each of your cards have a coin value, see? You can use their coin value to buy cards into your play deck from the tavern, the center of the table. Try to keep track of the value of the cards in your hand. Each card has a cost, a suit, and an effect. If I were you, well, this card here seems like the right one for you to buy with the coin that you have, so claim it. When you buy a card, you subtract its cost from your coin total, and you get the card. Then a new card replaces that card in the tavern. You still have enough coin to buy another card, so let's do that. Now you can't play a card you bought right away. When you buy a card, it goes into a cooldown pile here, see? You can see at a glance what card suits are in your cooldown pile. It looks like you don't have enough coin to buy any other cards, and there's nothing else you can do at the moment. When that happens, you signal that your turn is over. Any resources you have at the end of your turn will be cleared once your turn is over, except prestige, that is. Once your turn ends, you discard your cards and draw 5 new ones. You can start to plan your next turn while I take mine. That said, you should always keep an eye on what your opponent is up to on their turn. They might buy a card or take an action that will force you to revise your plans. So now, it's my turn. I'll control the table until I signal the end of my turn. See if you can figure out my strategy based on my actions. Well. The cards you drew gave you both gold and power. Power has 2 uses. The first is combat, but it also turns into prestige at the end of your turn. Remember, earning prestige is how you win. Remember when I told you that your currencies get cleared when you end your turn? Well, power doesn't carry over between turns. But when you do signal the end of your turn, any power you have left over turns into prestige. Good to know, eh? See these little fellows? They're our patrons. Each deck comes with its own patron, and they play an important role in how the deck works. See? Each patron has something they want. A price, let's call it. They also have something to offer. A reward. Pay a patron's price, and you'll get their reward. You have to pay the price all at once, and you usually get the reward immediately. Try paying one of these patrons. Whichever one you choose to pay will offer you a boon. Just keep in mind, you're only allowed to pay one patron per turn. They can get a little jealous. The patron you just paid, notice anything different about them? They favor you now. All patrons start in a neutral bent, and then show favor to whoever pays them first. Of course, you can pay a patron that favors your opponent. If you do, that patron will become neutral. Pay them again on a later turn, and then they'll favor you. And here's a tip. If you ever can get all patrons on the table to favor you, you'll win the game. Even if you have less prestige than your opponent, just one more thing to keep an eye on. All right, you need to draw new cards, but your deck is empty. Now we shuffle your cooldown pile, and that becomes your new draw pile. You might draw cards you bought last turn, as well as those you started with. Your cooldown pile is empty. That means all the cards you started with or bought during play are now in your draw pile. Right, it's my turn again. I'm going to draw some coin, use it to buy a card, and draw some power from my play deck, which will become prestige when my turn ends. Just like your turn, only, more experienced. Those cards you drew can trigger a combo. See how they have extra effects if you draw another card that matches their suit? Luckily, you bought cards with the suit you need to trigger these combos. Some of the most powerful effects on cards come from combos, and a card will tell you how much of each suit you need to activate its combo effect. Great players always try to trigger combos, so keep track of those suits. We're closing in on the end. I can tell by keeping track of the prestige we've earned. For this practice match, we're keeping the total small, but in a real game, you'll need more prestige to win. Ah, a grand victory! Well, maybe a little too grand. Go talk to Master Razamad and tell him you bested me. Just don't get cocky. Next time won't be so easy.
return victorious, yes? I hope you enjoyed the match. I have played countless games of both luck and skill, and truly, Tales of Tribute is the best by far. So, now that you've learned the rules, do you wish to continue your gaming journey? Now, you claim membership in the Gonfalon chapter of the Roysters Club, a fraternity of tribute players committed to fair play and stiff competition. As an official Royster, you will gain access to a host of opponents and decks of your very own. Oh, countless rewards! With each victory, you will rise higher in the club rankings, do well enough, and you may even earn the right to challenge the club's founders, the creators of the game itself. So what do you say? Will you join us? Then, it is my honor to furnish you with your first pair of decks, and welcome you wholeheartedly to the Gonfalon chapter of the Roysters Club. May good fortune shine on you, my friend. I am eager to see you put those cards to good use. You joined the Roysters Club at an opportune time. Smaller club chapters are preparing for a series of tournaments, ours included. The contest will not begin for some time, though, so I suggest you get some more practice in the meantime. The gaming hall provides a wealth of opportunities for Roysters Club members. Why not look around and familiarize yourself with them? Bragas can make the proper introductions. Speak with Soren, too. She's another protege of mine. As in all things, the best way to improve is through doing. Set out and find new opponents. Win or lose, your skills will grow, and your strategies will sharpen. Once you establish yourself in the beginner's circuit, return to me for a reward. Remember, in these early days, winning and losing mean little. Regardless of a match's outcome, you must see every game as an opportunity to hone your skills. It may sound nonsensical, but sometimes losing is the surest route to improvement. I would be happy to. The tournament started informally. Premier players like myself and Talib Fells gathered in major cities to match wits and sharpen our game. The Roysters Club leadership caught wind of it and began sponsoring official events. Well, many of the players who participated in those early matches went on to form teams which, in the fullness of time, became club-sponsored chapters. Now those chapters compete against one another in groups. It is better to share a victory, yes? A grand prize, yes. The Roysters Club and city governments all contribute to a weighty purse. But in truth, the greatest tribute players compete for pride and glory, not coin. And the revels, of course. The Gonfalon chapter loves to celebrate. No, my friend, I have achieved all that I set out to achieve at the tournament level. Now, I prefer to observe, teach, and celebrate my pupils' victories. Mostly the celebrating part. With luck and determination, we may raise a glass to you someday.